Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new topic in chapter number 2 only in the category of the last kind of business organization, that is joint stock company. We are going to start with how the companies are being formed, or we can say formation of joint stock company. Now, the formation of joint stock company, we know that company can be a private company also and a public company also. As you can see, in the formation of private company, there are only two categories or two stages, that is first promotion and incorporation. But when we are coming to that of public company, two more stages are there along with 1 and 2, that is subscription of capital and commencement of business. So we can conclude that for starting a private company, we have to complete with only two stages. But if we are thinking of opening a public company, at that time total 4 steps are there. Starting with the very first step, that is promotion, which is common in both private company and public company. First one, promotion, that is promotion is being done by promoters, and promoters are all those persons who conceives an idea of bringing the company into the existence, and they just identify the business opportunity to convert it into a real business. उन लोगों के दिमाग में, जिन लोगों के दिमाग में ख्याल आता है कि मुझे कंपनी खोलनी चाहिए और उनके दिमाग में आइडिया होता है कि हमें बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी को बिजनेस में एक्चुअली कन्वर्ट करना है, द पर्सन हु इज गेटिंग सच आइडिया इज नोन एज प्रमोटर. ओके, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू कंसिडर व्हाट ऑल आर द फंक्शंस ऑफ प्रमोटर. ठीक है, फर्स्ट वन, identification of business opportunity. Now these are those persons who first get an idea of starting a business. They have in their mind the business opportunity in which they want to convert that particular business opportunity into a real business by opening a company. Now that business can be either manufacturing or production of goods and services or trading of goods and services. यहाँ पे हम या तो गुड्स को बनाएंगे, मैन्युफैक्चर करेंगे, और अगर हम मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं करेंगे तो गुड्स कहीं से ला के बेचेंगे. दैट इज़ वाई देर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ विच कैन कम इन द माइंड ऑफ प्रमोटर, either to manufacture or produce the goods and services, or second one, either will going to just procure the goods and then will going to sell. That is known as your trading. Now as soon as business opportunity comes in the mind of the promoter, then comes the second function, which is known as your feasibility study. Now feasibility study comprises of three kinds of study, as you can see, that is technical feasibility, financial feasibility and economical feasibility. Now in technical feasibility, we just try to find out whether the technology or regular resources are being available with us to convert that business opportunity identified in first step into the real thing. Okay, suppose if I just conceive an idea of opening a chocolate company and I'm going to produce it. Okay, now in technical feasibility I will going to understand क्या मेरे पास वो सारे रॉ मटेरियल, क्या मेरे पास वो सारी मशीन्स, क्या मेरे पास वो सारे इक्विपमेंट्स हैं जिनकी वजह से मैं वो चॉकलेट प्रोड्यूस कर सकती हूँ. दिस इज़ नोन एज योर टेक्निकल फीजिबिलिटी. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज़ financial feasibility. Now this study is conducted to find out whether the adequate finance can be raised from the market or from myself in order to convert that business opportunity into the real one. इस स्टडी के अंदर हम ये देखते हैं, क्या ये जो मैंने चॉकलेट मैन्युफैक्चर करने की कंपनी खोलने का जो मुझे आइडिया आया है, इसके तहत जितना पैसा मुझे चाहिए क्या क्या इतना फाइनेंस मेरे पास अवेलेबल हो पाएगा या नहीं. नेक्स्ट वन, economical feasibility. Now this study is conducted in order to find out whether this upcoming business opportunity, if converted into the real one, will it going to be profitable or not. इस वाली स्टडी में हम ये कन्वर्ट करेंगे कि क्या अगर मैं ये जो बिज़नेस अपॉर्चुनिटी को रियलिटी में कन्वर्ट करती हूँ तो जो मैंने सोचा है वो इतना प्रॉफिट कमा पाएगी, क्या ये मार्केट में चल पाएगा. दिस स्टडी इज़ नोन एज योर इकोनॉमिकल feasibility study. So in technical feasibility study, we identify whether the required resources and technologies available with us to convert that particular idea. In technical or financial feasibility, we're going to identify whether the adequate finance is available with us to convert our dream into the reality. Next one, whether the economical feasibility in study will going to find out whether it will be profitable for us to just get into this kind of opportunity. So there are three kinds of feasibility study which we're going to conduct when we are having a business opportunity into our mind. Next one is your name approval. As soon as you find that you are having a business opportunity with you, at the same time you have passed and all the feasibility studies which we have discussed कि मेरा प्लान प्रॉफिटेबल भी रहेगा, मेरे पास एडिक्वेट फाइनेंस भी है, मेरे पास एडिक्वेट टेक्नोलॉजी और रिसोर्सेज भी है, at that time you will going to move towards the third step, that is known as your name approval. Once the feasibility study is done, the promoter will select three names in hierarchy, that means in an order, and fill an application with that of the ROC. Now ROC means the registrar of companies. Okay, when you will just going to open a company, at that time you are going to register your company with ROC in the state in which your company is situated. Suppose I am opening a company in Rajasthan, in Udaipur. At that time I will going to register my company with that of ROC of Rajasthan, that is registrar of company in Rajasthan. Okay, to get that particular name approval, and the name must not be, now while selecting the name you must keep in mind the name must not be illegal, the name must not be similar to the existing company, and the name must not be misleading, that means not to fool the customers. Suppose if you are writing XYZ Washing Powder Company Limited, at that time there must not be a chocolate company in the name of washing powder. So it must not be misleading, it must not be illegal, it must not be similar to the existing company. Okay, so in this particular step we're going to select three names in hierarchy or in levels, and we're going to write an application to ROC to get the name approved. Okay, now we have to keep in mind that the name must not be similar to the existing company, then it must not be misleading, and it must not be illegal one. Now these three names must be in hierarchy. Suppose very first I want my name to be Ganpati Enterprises. If it will not be there, then second one is your Vinayak Enterprises. If it also will not be there, then it will be Ganesham Enterprises. So first it will be Ganpati. If it is being cancelled, then I am okay with Vinayak also. If suppose Vinayak is also being cancelled, then I'll be happy with that of say Ganesham. Now in case if all the three names are being rejected by ROC, then you have to find other three names other than these. Okay, so this is how you will going to get your name approved by ROC. Then coming to the next one, that is fixing of signatories to the memorandum and articles of association. Here these are the two major documents we're going to study in detail afterwards. Now two major documents of any of the company can be a memorandum of association and article of association. Now in this particular step, promoters will decide who will all be the persons who will going to sign these two major documents of the company. Now those persons who will going to sign these two documents are also known as the first directors of the company. In case of public company, it must be signed by at least 7 signatories, and in case of private company, it must be signed by 2 companies. Okay. Next one is the appointment of various professionals. Now, a promoter can be a layman also who just conceives an idea of opening the company. The other necessary legal formalities he can complete with by appointing various kinds of professionals like CA, CS, MBAs, bankers, brokers, underwriters, auditors. Okay, now who all are the bankers? With whom we're going to obtain a loan, we're going to have a financing facility. This will all be coming under the categories of banker. Who all are the brokers? Now brokers are those persons who will going to sell the shares to the members on behalf of us. Who will be underwriters? Underwriters are those persons who guarantees that if in case I will going to sell the shares, and if any case the shares are not being sold by me, I will going to take all the shares. Auditors who will going to maintain the accounts and keep an eye over all the transactions of the company. So all these kinds of professionals are being appointed by promoters in order to run the company in an effective and systematic manner. अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, ब्रोकर वो बंदा होता है जो कमीशन बेसिस पे अपने शेयर्स बेचने को रेडी हो जाता है. अंडरराइटर वो होता है जो थोड़ा ज़्यादा कमीशन लेता है लेकिन साथ में गारंटी देता है अगर ये शेयर्स नहीं बिके तो ये शेयर्स मैं खरीदूंगा. ऑडिटर वो होता है जो आपके सारे अकाउंट्स की जितने भी ट्रांजैक्शंस होते हैं वो प्रॉपरली रिकॉर्ड किया नहीं किए उन पे नज़र रखता है। बैंकर वो होता है जो शेयर पे जितना भी पैसा आया उन सब का लेखा जोखा रखता है। एंड द नेक्स्ट वन इज योर चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट एंड कंपनी सेक्रेटरी who will going to comply with all the legal formalities which are there to just bring the company into the existence. Next one is your preparation of necessary documents. The professionals which are appointed in the above step, these all are being appointed to prepare the necessary documents. As I've already said that the first directors, or we can say promoters, who just got an idea of bringing the company into the existence may be a layman who doesn't know everything other than just introducing the finance into the company. At that time, they will appoint these kind of professionals who will going to complete all the necessary formalities and will going to complete all the necessary documents, like he will going to prepare, or they will going to prepare articles of association, major document, memorandum of association, one of the major document, the consent of all the directors who are ready to act as the directors in the company. These all things are being legally prepared by these professionals. So here are total 6 functions which are being performed by the promoters, and we have completed with the first step. We're going to proceed with the second step of company in the next video. Thank you so much.